Hi guys, Amy here from ALM Fitness, and today is day 22 of our Advent videos. So over the last month, the last 22 days, we've been sharing tips, ideas, motivation all around Christmas and how to stay active and healthy, not just during the Christmas period, but forever. So definitely go back and watch a few of the videos that we've done as a team. They're definitely really great tips to take on board. So today I've wanted to talk to you all about tips for surviving Christmas. I've put surviving in inverted commas because what I want to get across to you is you do you this Christmas, whatever it might be, whatever your goal is. You do what is best for you and what works for you. If you want to diet over Christmas, then do it. If you want to train over Christmas, then do it. If you want to eat your body weight in chocolate over Christmas, then do it. If you don't want to train and you want to have 2 weeks off, then do it. So you do whatever fits in with you for this Christmas, because you can guarantee that whatever time frame you set, so if you set yourself that Christmas is going to be a time frame of 2 days or 2 weeks, whatever time frame you set yourself, and that's really important, is that you do set a time frame, that you will then just get back into your normal routine, get back into your training, focusing on your habits, your nutritional habits as well, which will then work towards those long-term goals. So the main focus that I want to encourage is just you do you. So whatever your goal might be, just focus on that and your goal. And then a few tips for you is when you are eating over the Christmas period, think about your portion sizes. So don't just load your plate up with a whole load of food, which you're then probably going to eat, and then you'll obviously feel full or overfull. But then be mindful about how much food you're putting on your plate initially, and you can always go back for seconds if you want it. But obviously just having a smaller plate to start with, then going back for more if you feel that you want it later on once you've had your first sitting. Think about your activity levels. So I'm not saying you have to train, but what I would encourage you to do is just be active. Go for a walk, whether it's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Just be active. Try and get walking, and that will help kind of get rid of any extra indulgences that you might have had. Think about not putting too much stress on yourself. So if you are tracking and you go over your calorie intake, then that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's probably likely that you're going to go over your calorie target on Christmas Day, Boxing Day, or just for a couple of days. But that where it goes back to your goal of how far are you going to have Christmas? Are you going to have it for 2 days? Are you going to have it for 2 weeks? So it's got to fit in with. Need to think about how we're going to recover after Christmas. So are you going to be really stressed that you've gained weight? And if you have gained weight, what are you going to do about it? So you are more than likely going to have gained weight if you obviously have just been eating to excess and not tracking anything, and especially not exercising either. So if that is the case, then you need to then say to yourself, well, I will gain weight. It's probably more than likely that I am going to gain weight over the Christmas period. By the way, a lot of that will probably be water, depending on how many calories you consume over your Christmas period. But if you do gain weight, don't stress about it. Don't be really hard on yourself. Don't make yourself feel guilty about it. What you just need to do is, again, get back into that routine that you've once had. So get training on a regular basis. Be more mindful about the food that you're consuming. So whether you do get back into tracking, whether you're mindful about your portion controls, or just leading a healthy lifestyle in general, whatever it might be. But get yourself refocused as soon as that holiday period that you've set yourself has ended. So don't just let it drag on for weeks. You need to set that timeline. And as I've said, please don't feel guilty about it. It's a time that we should all be enjoying. We shouldn't really be, too worried about the extra calories that you're consuming. If you want to drink alcohol, go for it. If you don't want to drink alcohol, then don't. If you want to exercise, then go for it. If you don't want to exercise, then don't. So whatever it might be, as I've said already in this video, you do you and what works best for you, okay? So don't put too much stress on that factor of you know, I've got to track, I've got to do this, I've got to do everything else. You've got to do what works best for you. And likewise, when it comes to your goals and kind of the food that you're consuming, so maybe this is during the Christmas period or after, don't use a restrictive mentality. So try not to have it where you are just going to cut everything out. So whether it's after Christmas into the new year, don't have that mentality of I'm going to cut out all alcohol, all processed foods, all sugar, all whatever. Don't have that restrictive mentality. What we encourage with our members is reduce rather than restrict. So we want you to eat the foods that you enjoy, drink the drink that you enjoy, but reduce the amount that you have. So when it comes to focusing on your goals in the new year, use that mentality of reduce rather than restrict, because it will ultimately get to that point where in your head, because you've been so restrictive and you've had that restrictive mentality, that you will then, at the first opportunity that you get to indulge in any of those things, you will overindulge, which will be detrimental to your fat loss goals. So do bear that in mind over the Christmas period. Set your time frame. What is your Christmas going to be? What is your time period going to be? And whatever that is, that's okay. So whether it's 2 days or 2 weeks, that's fine. Think about your portion sizes. Don't load your plate up too much initially. And if you do gain weight over the Christmas period, which is more than likely going to happen, do not stress about it. Do not feel guilty about it. And then as soon as you're back into that routine, whether it's training, nutrition, just back into that routine, focusing on your goals, don't go into that restrictive mindset. Go into the reduce rather than restrict. So hopefully that's helped. I would love to know, what tip are you going to take away with you following on from this video, and how is it going to help you with your Christmas this year? So yeah, comment below, or just send me a private message if you don't want to comment. All right, speak to you soon.